You wouldn't do that.
Hmm.
Pirates are known for their honesty.
Uh, yeah.
My mind's also on MMOs as I'm thinking, what games have holiday events, Christmas events and whatnot, or in-universe fake Christmases or, what have you.
Oh, I
It's like
forgot one.
MMOs
Life
seem like the number
days.
one for it, but because they're ongoing. But I guess there's probably like patch updated games and whatnot, live service things that probably have some.
Yeah, those are probably the better recent examples. I mean, the ones I'm thinking of are old.
Hmm. Because with MMOs, it's also like, okay, every year they usually, it's the ones I've played, every year they do something different, and then trying to remember, oh, were you here this year, or were you here that year, or whatever.
Where were you on the last life day?
Yes, where were you when they, uh, when they gave out Christmas crackers the one and only time, and now in RuneScape 3 they are thousands of real life dollars a piece.
On
In
the last
TF
life day, I was listening to B. Arthur sing.
on I just remember just the weirdness of the standard unit for which everything is judged in TF2 are the iPod skins that you can just put on your character when they released the game for Mac. And if you logged in on a Mac, you would just get this random skin.
It's worth this many AirPods. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they're expensive because they shut it down after like a year, and it wasn't like everyone was trying to log in because it's like, okay, yeah, how much do I want these, white earphones in my character's ear? But then it just ended up being like the thing because it's this thing that has a standard unit of.
As soon as you have a scarcity model, like real actual scarcity,
Yeah.
things suddenly become valuable
Wasn't
purely
that when they
because they
had
are
like the
rare.
the Greek finance minister basically was doing the economy for Valve? I think that was a thing.
I don't know, man.
No, 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 no. He was an economist that was working for Valve, and he became the Greek finance minister later. That's what
Okay.
happened.
You know how I,
Economist.
I actually got those AirPods. You know how I got them?
By
I
logging
actually
Traded?
on.
borrowed a professor's MacBook to get them.
Awesome.
Nice.
You sure this is smart for you to be here, Ludi? You gonna be okay?
I probably should duck out early.
No, but Christmas only comes once a year.
What about second Christmas?
Fair point.
Well, it's more a question
Not
of
sure
what
he
I
knows
got to
about
get
that.
done tonight still.
Someone's got a lesson he's still got to prepare.
Although
Literally,
technically,
you didn't load up any Fixmas content, I see.
He just barely got
Um,
in.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I haven't even pulled open the watch together, so.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm
I was
gonna.
gonna come in and at least talk about Fixmas. Yeah.
All right.
Xmas,
Well,
yes.
I'm gonna get started. So if everyone go quiet for a little bit, and I will do that. Tis the season to be gaming, and I don't really have anything to rhyme. It would be great if I had prepared something like that. I didn't, and I don't really have an intro for this. Just episode 81 of I Think We Overleveled. We're talking Christmas events in video games, which was a topic when I think it was Patricia who brought it up. I can't remember. I didn't realize how big this a topic this actually was.
I think it's a pretty rich field.
Yeah, no, it was. I started thinking, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, and WoW they had one, and then I started going through. I'm like, oh, wait, there's like Christmas events and a lot of things. I want to start off with the weirdest
Mhm.
one I found, and then we'll see where we're going from there.
Sure.
Apparently, on the Dreamcast, for Sonic Adventures 1 and 2, during Christmas, you would get these skins on your characters. Because the Dreamcast was one of the first systems to have a live internet feed where it can get updates. And I was just kind of floored by that because this is a single player game. So it's literally just for the love of the game. And I thought that was hilarious. I don't think anyone here played it. I don't know if anyone here even had a Dreamcast.
It required a Dreamcast, so
Can't say I did.
You did?
I've had a Dreamcast in my house before, but I've never used it myself.
Well,
the most
I
I
have,
played it was at Target.
I have the GameCube version though. Does it do it there?
Well, no, because the GameCube didn't have a live internet feed for downloading
But it could have-
content.
Well, it
This was
just be on
down.
disc.
No, this was downloaded content.
Wait, it was downloaded content, huh?
Yeah,
Boy,
for
that's
this
a really
event,
early example of DLC for consoles. Then
and it was just for the love of the game.
Did the Dreamcast have a hard drive though?
It had something. You had the save cards.
Maybe you saved it to memory card.
Because
I don't know.
all
I
it
don't
did
know how
is
it worked.
change the models slightly. It's not like anything else changed, so it wouldn't have been a lot of data.
You sure this wasn't just on disc and it wasn't just checking the internal clock?
Pretty sure, because it's not on the GameCube. It's only on the Dreamcast. Or at the
I mean, it could have been on disc. I
maybe
mean,
it's
the
on
examples
disc.
I think of were shipped with the original game. So
Yeah, if it was on disc, then they were using the internet to check what the internet said the time was, because it was not it wasn't something you could cheat.
I'm getting a kick out of Eggman here.
Yeah. He can move just
Wow.
as fast as Sonic. Sonic 2 taught me that. Because he could run away
And
from
he
Sonic.
moves exactly the same speed.
Yeah, it's exactly, no matter how fast you go. It's weirdly what's the word? Tethered. That's the word I'm looking for.
For some reason, I really want to see Jim Carrey reenact this
In the Santa suit and everything.
in the Santa suit.
First the fat suit,
I
then
think-
the Santa
Oh my
suit.
gosh.
I want him to reenact this as the Grinch, as Eggman.
So this actually reminds me of this kind of wacky running around as a big Santa of like one of my most strongest multiplayer memories of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 with my brother. We loved playing loved playing King of the Hill. Did you ever guys play that mode before?
I stopped with Tony Hawk at 2, so
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well,
I never really got into Tony Hawk.
so basically, in King of the Hill mode, like you get like this crown that floats above your head, and your objective is to skate around the longest with it. But if you like run into the other guy, you take the crown. So it's just kind of like that. It's but anyway, we played this game. I think we got it for Christmas, and because it was Christmas, they gave like some free cosmetics. And my brother went for the Santa suit, and he got the Santa suit, and he started like doing all these weird little like custom edition, like I don't know, I can't remember how it worked under the hood, but he gave him like custom move sets, and then we turned on moon gravity, which makes everything you float in the air for like
I love moon gravity.
yeah, 4 times as long, which becomes ridiculous actually doing King of the Hill, because if you jump, it's a liability because you're really easy to catch if you're on the ground.
I'm tired of the tyranny of
Because
Earth
also-
gravity. It's out of control.
Because you also go up at a really slow, like it doesn't quite work as moon gravity actually would. Like as soon as you go airborne, it's like all of a sudden they just like slow down all movement. Anyway, memory of my brother as a big old Santa Claus skateboarder, like floating in the air slowly, just laughing, and it just drove me insane.
Did he shake like a bowl full of jelly?
he had a custom move set where he would eat a piece of pizza, so that was about as close as he could get.
The traditional Christmas slice of pizza.
Pizza is the belly of the fast food world.
Very true.
Wish I had a video, but like that would have required a very specific. That would have required me to capture it from 2002.
Well, I've got the very first what I knew to be a Christmas event.
Okay.
Are any of y'all familiar with Johnny Castaway?
No.
That sounds slightly familiar, but go on.
So this was a screensaver.
Oh, is this the thing they adapted into?
That Sierra put out.
I think
it was just a screensaver that you pulled up. It wasn't even integrated into Windows, so you had to actively turn it on. But
you just run from DOS or something.
but yeah, and so it's just about this guy on an island, and it's just he's wandering around doing stuff, and it's just like random. Like he'll fish, he'll write a letter in a bottle. Sometimes it'll come back to him. But on Christmas Day, there was a Christmas tree on the island. That's it. That's the extent of the Christmas event. But there was a Christmas, like it would follow your computer's clock. And on Christmas Day, there was a Christmas tree.
Only on Christmas Day.
Only on Christmas Day. I mean, there were a couple other holidays, I think, that it did something. But like not many. Like I think it was just a handful of them. And on that day, there'd be a decoration.
Everyone like, guys, come look.
Yeah, it was mind blowing because I was just like, how does it know? But he's just this little guy who wanders around and does stuff.
He doesn't even interact with the tree, does he? It's just there.
And like there were people who would watch this religiously, hoping that one day he would get rescued.
Something.
And sometimes you'd see a ship come by and he'd almost get rescued and then it'd sail off without him. But just, this is the extent of it. It's a screensaver. It just keeps going.
It's like waiting for the DVD logo to hit the corner.
Exactly.
Man, and
I thought so many different things.
I thought Mew underneath the truck was a tease. Apparently, it can't compete with Castaway Steve or whatever his name is.
Johnny Castaway.
There we go. See, I got it right the first time.
And like there were different, like there's all sorts of different things, and there's variations. Like he'd fall asleep, and like sometimes he'd get sunburned. Sometimes like a crab would come up and pinch him. But it's just like tiny little variations like that. And the original plan actually was to have it connect to the internet and because like Sierra Online is called Sierra Online for a reason. Like when it started off, Ken Williams actually wanted to have like a networking company, and they actually did create a lot of things that became I'm going to call it the modern internet, but I mean the modern internet of the 90s, as opposed to just, the network of computers that wasn't the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The internet that we know that we like the public internet that we log on to today. It would like
World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web, the information superhighway,
as it were.
And so, but yeah, but that was the first time I was like, it does something different on Christmas.
It comes in Christmas.
Much like
I want one.
Much like one of my favorite websites, isitchristmas.com. And 364 days a year, it just is a big white background with big black letters that say no. But on December 25th, it says yes. So yeah, that's Johnny Castaway.
Huh, itischristmas.com still exists.
Oh yeah, isitchristmas.com. I check it every year. Just to make sure.
I think there's at least a dozen websites with similar concepts.
Oh yeah.
Man, I did not know there was an entire thing for custom screensavers that you launched.
Oh yeah,
I am learning.
but this
things
was
today.
made by Sierra.
Well, it's for its time, pretty good looking actually.
Pretty cute.
Gordon, you also blew my mind earlier today when you sent me some suggestions.
Which one? I wasn't sure which one.
Whichever
specifically
one.
blew your mind.
Both of them, frankly, blew my mind because I wasn't ready for
Right.
90s.
Can we cue Jazz Jackrabbit? Let's go.
All right.
Oh wow.
Holiday hair.
Some of you might know of the Epic Mega Games platformer called Jazz Jackrabbit. It was a favorite of me and my brothers.
I am only aware of
And,
it thanks to OC Remix.
It's got bopping music. Anyway, I don't know exactly how I came across this. I think it was just with the original game. It would just happen to detect the time on your clock, just like before, and then it would open a custom, like, basically episode of an entire Christmas theme of the game. So I mean, like, if you see the gameplay here, I mean, it's a little Mega Man like, I guess. You run around, but you don't get different powers per se. I think you get different weapons that shoot out of your little thing. But yeah, they play kind of crisp because it has like a jazzy soundtrack that they put more Christmassy spins on, sleigh bells and everything, and they changed the menu, and it was a lot of fun. And it was just like this treat that, like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, like, they knew it was Christmas. So it was like, oh, this is amazing. Eric, come look.
That's great.
Did he come look?
Then he'd be mad because I wouldn't let him play.
Well,
And we'd have to take turns.
you are the older brother. It's your job.
You were that brother.
We have like, my brother like grooved on this music so much. Like, I have I think we somewhere have like an old cassette tape of recording of him just singing the theme song. It's just like with the making sound effects and everything with like the jumping and the shooting.
I mean, at least the OC remixes I've heard are pretty awesome.
I should check those out because it's got some good music. So OC remix stuff is probably pretty good too.
Yeah, it's they're about to celebrate their 25th anniversary.
Oh my gosh. I was just listening to the one-ups, actually. I was introducing the Super Mario sleigh ride to my kids.
Hey, Super Mario Sleigh Ride's awesome.
Very nice. Oh yeah.
Yes.
In fact, just the other day, my youngest one heard the sleigh ride song coming. He's like, "Oh, it's that Mario song." I'm like, "Well, not exactly."
Oh dear.
That's what he knows the song from more than anything else.
It's been, yeah, oh my goodness.
And that's how we knew it was Lunisar and Lizzie's child.
True that.
But, all right. The other one that Pirate showed me that I was floored by. Christmas Lemmings.
Ah, yes. A holiday or Christmas Lemmings. I also am not sure whether this was how I got my hands on this. If this was just
this
like
was a
another
separate game.
What was it? A separate game? I got
think
it somehow.
was.
I don't. But like it's a Lemmings game if you're familiar. With your stupid little things that you got to direct to the exit. Otherwise, they will happily march to their doom. But then you get to be in like little snowy areas.
Oh, that poor snowman.
This game is pretty frustrating for me as a pre-8-year-old
Oh,
because
I love Lemmings.
It's Lemmings. I'm sure it's
Lemmings was
frustrating to a
awesome.
child.
like the most satisfaction I would usually get is out of the Armageddon button.
Where they'd all just explode.
Yeah, it's that little nuke icon. You click that thing, and they'll all like get a timer, and then all blow up.
See,
Think
I
of that.
did love. Love Lemmings too.
What did they change between
Lemmings
one
2
and
has just
2?
had so many more types of lemmings.
More types. the
Mhm.
jobs or whatever you can give them.
Yep.
Like, what more would they have?
There were
I mean, I
there
feel
were
like
tons and tons of them. Like there was
I
a
feel like
super lemming.
what would a
It-
super lemming do?
He would fly around and follow your cursor.
Oh, wow, that is a lot different. I briefly played the 3D version of Lemmings. Didn't like it as well.
No. There are certain
It-
games that just they
The
were
cameras made it
amazing.
hard.
Yeah, there were certain games that were amazing in their original iteration, but I don't think they ever should have really become a franchise.
Or Lemmings. Not even getting to be a franchise.
You don't get to be a franchise.
I am a franchise. Anyway. Let's see here. What else do I see? Yes. Mithril, I believe you wanted to talk about old school RuneScape.
Sure. So I have no idea what you've pulled up here.
I found a guy who his community gave him challenges for RuneScape Christmas.
You know
or
a guy
whatever
who knows a
it is.
guy?
Fair enough. Well, whatever's going on and whatever's happening here, RuneScape / old school RuneScape has a long history of doing Christmas events. Back in the days of RuneScape Classic, well before I played, like 2002, 2003, they had, uh, I guess you'd call them drop parties, where they would just like spawn in random unique items on the ground for anyone to pick up. This is where uh, if you've ever heard of like RuneScape party hats or Christmas crackers before, that's where they came from.
What is a
The
Christmas
only
cracker?
time,
It's
so
a
Christmas
British
cracker,
thing.
it's more of a British thing. It's basically like a little popper thing, like you pull and it pops open, and
It has like
traditionally,
trinkets
I
inside.
guess,
Has like Cracker Jack toys.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
little toys, little candies, and then
Usually
little
those
like paper
joke.
hats. And so they decided, sure, we'll drop these in RuneScape. And they only ever did it once. It was in apparently the 2001 Christmas event, the second
Ooh,
ever
wow.
holiday event to occur in RuneScape Classic. And because they only ever did it once, and then you would open it, and that's how you would get, a random party hat, they were only ever dropped at this time, and this was the only time that party hats existed, and this went on to basically one of, if not the king of discontinued items in gaming, where they're selling like so many things around them, but over the years in RuneScape 3, which is the continuation of the original, they now sell for like thousands and thousands of dollars for people who just want one. The in-game value,
Cosmetics or like what?
they're purely cosmetic. They're just party hats.
Wow.
They're
So
just a
just
little cosmetic item that you wear. It's a little
I wonder if
colored
it was like a
crown.
consumable or something, which would be like, no, you just used it. Yeah.
So kind of. So the cracker itself is also rare and tradable and super valuable,
But you can open it like a cracker though. Like,
yeah,
and
you
we'll
use it
have
on
the
another
hat in it.
player, and then one of you will get a random item from a small set, and the other one will get a party hat. And then the party hats have different rarities and whatnot. And so the Christmas crackers are super valuable. One sec. Let me see. What's the price of a Christmas cracker in RuneScape 3
Oh my gosh.
today? Uh, are they even tradable? Um, well, it doesn't look like I'm able to find a result for an actual in-game price because it's just listed as max cash because none are sold. But the most valuable party hat in RuneScape 3, and I have no idea of RuneScape 3's state of their economy, but the most valuable one is worth 90 billion coins.
That's a lot of coins.
It is
Sounds like a
of
lot.
coins.
What would be like the street value of 90 billion rune coins?
90 billion RuneScape GP. Somewhere, if someone was doing this math,
Someone supposedly did the math.
It's got the exchange rate.
How many is it in Stanley nickels?
I can
I'm
tell you
not
in Shroot bucks if
finding-
you can, but you'll have to convert it yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything. But anyway,
Yeah, that's
so
all
that
right.
was the very first Christmas event, and they've gone on to, first of all, no longer do like one-time only exclusive tradable uniques. They've made uniques untradeable and then reclaimable every holiday event. But they've also gone on to every year they'll have a different fun, humorous holiday event. Some years it'll be like helping Santa. They've had the anti-Santa sometimes.
I'm sorry,
pop in.
what?
You've had. I don't remember for sure. This was years ago. One second.
What was it called? Anti-Santa, or is it like Krampus?
Anti-Santa is an undead lord of the Claus clan who seeks to eradicate the spirit of self-deception that is embodied by who he views as his opposite, Santa Claus. It's coming from the official old school RuneScape wiki.
So it's
I
like
just did-
Negaduck.
I just didn't
Sure.
expect Holiday Antichrist to be in a video game.
I'm just gonna link it in the. There he is, in the Discord.
Let's see over here.
But yeah, so they've had a variety of different events come in. This year they just went live with the event this year where you go in and you, at least in old school RuneScape, you go in and you help with a feast, which you then get to talk to a lot of the random NPCs, give them happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever. And there's a fun little graphical glitch that happened that they say they will cold fix, where for some reason, because they put snow everywhere and then like change the colorations in like the major cities, for some reason this turned the fountain yellow.
I'm
As
sorry,
you
I'm
expect.
looking at that anti-Santa picture, and that's just the Hogfather cover.
It's possible. I mean,
So
it look, it's a fun little British parody thing. I'm certain that there's probably going to be some levels of like reference and whatnot here, whether implicit or whether explicit or otherwise.
This
But
is blowing
It's some
my
fun
mind.
stuff.
Anti-Santa was not on my bingo card today. I was 100% convinced you were like, you just forgot the name.
It's like that I forgot. No. Yeah, so this is their sense of humor as well. They'll just name something obvious and kind of stupid and just roll with it, and it'll just be great.
so like
And
the
then they'll
Reverse
come up
Flash.
with some lore around it that'll actually make it like somehow important or whatever. And it's like, you really didn't need to make anti-Santa important at all or make him a thing at all, but here he is.
Anti-Santa is canon.
Apparently the last event he was a part of was Christmas 2023. It was just a little like cameo.
Poor Anti-Santa. He's just not getting scale
But yeah,
anymore.
so they have a full like setup of like, oh yeah, Santa Claus is real in this world, just a holiday spirit because of course he is. Jack Frost is his son. All sorts of these little things of like, you have a whole like canon, like in-game effect, semi-canon holiday like figures and whatever that just appear throughout random, for holiday events, and there's some form of like lore continuity going on between them.
A
But
Christmas
you don't
canon,
have
if
to
you will.
know any of it. Sure. And yeah, I have no idea what video you popped in this is. I think this was some just like content creator
Yep, that's
event thing. Doesn't seem to be an actual like in-game event. Just seems to be like
you
content
you
creator
have correctly
like
identified
challenges.
exactly what I did.
Alrighty, but yeah, that's a fun little bit on RuneScape's history of events from accidentally creating an investment opportunity for children to then sell and go to college or buy cars or whatnot later in life to
Or
just
by
fun random
colleges.
things like anti-Santa.
That is, okay. I did not know this about old school RuneScape.
British
Okay.
humor is a real thing.
Well, I mean, I knew that part. I'm familiar with British humor. I just didn't know there was going to be other stuff going on. It threw me off. Anyway, let's see. This isn't really a Christmas event as much as Batman Arkham Origins happens entirely during Christmas. And it just had really good
It's a
Christmas.
diehard
Like
situation.
Returns.
It's just a giant Christmas event.
Yeah.
It's Batman Returns.
Well, it actually it ends up creating one of the most just harrowing versions of Carol of the Bells ever. As like the big plot twist happens and you're just like, what is going on? Carol of the Bells can sound so ominous, as Home Alone proved.
Let
Yes.
me find this.
Anyway. Yeah, and it does see, where is it? Oh yeah. Batman does
That wasn't Carol of the Bells. That was Oh Holy Night.
I'm fairly certain Carol of the Bells was the plot twist time.
Well, what you had playing was Oh Holy Night.
Oh yeah. No, I was just playing that
I'm
for
adding
the
something.
ambiance.
It's just a song, but like you said, Carol of the Bells, and of course I have to drop in. It's not a Christmas event in a game. It's just a Christmas themed game, but just dropping in some fun music for you.
This is the thing I like about Arkham Origins. They do play very well with this is early Batman. They don't know what to expect from him,
Mm-hmm.
and so they haven't figured out that he probably won't kill them.
You'd be surprised what you can live through.
Yep. And that guy will be telling stories later. Drops him into the tree. Okay, here's a Christmas event I think some of us got into. May's snowball fight.
Yeah,
remember
I almost
that.
forgot about that. Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, me and Lindsay were just asking, like, is there much of an event? I'm like, I know they had skins, but that's right.
They also had this.
They had this snowball fight. We couldn't remember it.
This
we were
log
trying
is.
to remember what it was.
I just remember.
I remember Junkenstein better than this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we remember Junkenstein, but we couldn't remember what it was.
They had all sorts of skins.
It wasn't
for
as
it.
good as Junkenstein.
Junkenstein was better.
Good. Junkenstein was way better.
This login screen is, I don't know. It's like just the fact that they're stuck there, but you still see their eyes kind of look back and forth. Like, they're gonna take the picture.
Gosh, I remember this. I remember getting just really triggered off of this freaking snowball fight. I remember I hated it.
Well, yeah, it was awful.
Oh, it was hard. I was pretty good at it, but I played May a lot, so I was used to arcing her shots. She was my main. Anyway, see, it's funny because
womp.
Okay, you guys got it.
It's not.
It is. People like history's going to look back well.
What was TF2's event called? Was it Smith's? It was Smithmas? Was that what they called it? It was something like that.
But they came out with it like a year or two after they did their Halloween event with the horseless, headless horseman. Yeah. And that if you killed him, you could get his weapon, the horseless, headless horseman's head taker. Just the most confusing naming convention possible. I see. Smithmas TF2.
I don't remember there was a specific like game mode or anything attached to it. I think they maybe just had skins.
They did a. Whoa, no, that was way too much sound.
Did they have an event?
Looks like they have something.
I might not have. Whoa,
I mean-
2022. Wow.
Yeah.
Like it's way later than I was playing. Oh my gosh, it looks like freaking Jack from that Michael Keaton movie. The Snowman.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry. You said Jack from the Michael Keaton movie, and I'm thinking Jack Napier, as in
Joker.
like the Joker.
You're like, that doesn't look like Joker at all. He's terrible at this.
I mean, somebody mentioned Batman Returns just a little bit ago. It's
Yeah.
That was also me.
so
That's
Jack,
right.
Michael
The
Keaton,
snowmen.
Batman.
I remember this now because the snowmen, you could shoot them.
Snowmen do something?
Well, you could shoot them, and I think some of them were like it's random whether they're explosive or not. I think or something. I can't.
Oh, geez.
Gosh, it was so long ago. How was that engineer
Just
not
saying,
a
this
spy?
blue team is awful. This blue team is awful. They're getting totally spawn camped.
Yeah, well, they'll rally, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, I forgot about Smith. It's hard to say too.
Yeah, I was just. I only thought about it because of the Overwatch thing, honestly.
Yeah, no, I want to get back into TF2 at some point. I just don't know when.
I don't know. I feel like they fixed the bot issue, right? Like I remember it was really bad for
Yeah,
a hot
that
minute.
was
Oh, it
well,
was
and
awful.
well, it's because the community said, "Hey, you guys are still charging for cosmetics and crates and keys. If you're gonna do that, you have to actually maintain the game, Valve."
Yeah, make it playable.
This is one area where I wish Valve wouldn't do everything in house. I wish they would outsource the TF2 maintenance to some sub studio or something. But because it's like I don't need much. We just need someone on it to, make sure things happen.
Yeah,
But-
update the Xbox 360 version, for example.
Yeah, we don't need that part. But odd that has come up again. All right. So with Smithmas done, and I forget whatever the holiday event.
With Smith, there's something that sounds really similar. I'm going to let Looney take this from Satisfactory.
Do you already have it up here? Did I miss
All right.
it? Oh, there
yeah,
it
I put
is.
it in there.
Okay.
Pretty early.
Yeah, I put it up. So, Fixmas. Oh no, is there subtitles playing on this? I don't want that.
I mean, I don't see them, but
Oh, okay. As long as it's not being shown on the stream. But Fixmas, it is quite the event that they added because it's more than just skins. It's more than well, I mean, I guess others kind of have a mode,
There's
but
a whole production chain.
there's an entire production chain that you have to make where your goal is to basically build up this giant Christmas tree.
yeah, I was gonna say, looking at this, it looks like a production tree to me.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
well,
that's a research tree to unlock the Fixus tree.
well, you have to unlock all the pieces of it because first you got to unlock. So as it starts, there's an advent calendar, and the advent
Yeah,
calendar.
that took me so long to figure out, by the way.
Oh yeah, and you have to find like the letters on the advent calendar, and it opens up that, and it has items. Some of them are items that are required to progress in the Fixmas, tech tree. It has its own tech tree for its production line, and
presents will fall from the sky.
yes, presents will fall from the sky. Some of it's just items you can use in the game, which are pretty cool. It used to be the only place you could get certain items that are no longer part of the game, like the super oscillating position, which you can now make that in the full version of the game. Before, that was the only place you could get it, and it had no use.
Oh, weird.
had no use before then.
It's no use.
But yeah. Well, I guess there was some use because you could open a few of the hard drive locations with it. And that was the only way to open up those hard drives was to wait for...
You just collect Christmas presents that happened at... Wow.
yeah, to get the Fixmas presents. So, but what happens is the basic unit is presents, and those will fall from the sky. Though I did notice this last year, they added one present that looks like a giant bomb. If you open it, it explodes and you die. So that was kind of an interesting surprise.
That's a bad
year.
gift.
I mean, at least they telegraphed it.
Yeah. But then you can make these gift trees. You know, once you have enough presents and enough of your tech tree and built some of the stuff, you can create these tech trees so you don't just go around collecting the presents that fall. You could create these smaller Christmas trees that generate gifts. And you can automate it by having a belt come out and out spits the presents. And you can build it into a nice big factory of Christmas stuff. So you can make candy canes, you can make branches, wreaths, ornaments. There's red ornaments, blue ornaments, iron, copper ornaments, and you just build out this whole thing to eventually make the star the topper of the tree, and you can just get everything you need to build the giant Christmas tree. And you can also have decorations. For example, you could put snow blowers all over the place, so you could have decorations. You can hang lights that, your power lines that have Christmas lights on them. They have special conveyor belts that got, Christmas skinning on them. They went pretty much all out with what you could do in Fixmas.
See, I had the unfortunate experience of I got Satisfactory right around Christmas time, and so the Fixmas event was going on. I didn't know what it was, and I just saw presents, and so I grabbed all the presents, and I couldn't do anything with them because I didn't know what they were for.
Oh, you didn't go to the MAM? Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I just barely had started. Here I am. I'm like, how do I make screw?
Oh, yeah.
I had the same experience.
Well, that is kind of a problem because Fixmas has started with, and my youngest son is wanting to play it, but he doesn't quite grasp the concept of the whole game very well. And so he's like, oh, I want to do some of this Fixmas stuff. It's like, well, you're not really, you haven't even automated screws yet. You still just...
It's kind of a mid-game type event, honestly. Doing it at the beginning is hard.
Yeah. Because
I guess that is a question then of is it okay for something one-off and unique like a holiday event to be should it be catered to early players, or should it be more focused on instantiated ones?
Well, you don't have to be super far to do everything in the Fixmas tree line, because you only need iron and copper.
Was.
I'm trying to think. Do you need assemblers? I'm trying to think if you need manufacturers or not. I can't.
I think the big thing at the time was I was just so power limited because I hadn't gotten steam power yet. I hadn't gotten coal generators. And so I'm I can't get another burner fix-it tree.
Oh yeah, unless you're just manually reusing the same building over and over and changing what it was doing, which would be a pain.
Yeah, I was resource limited. I was just I can't afford this. I'm still trying to unlock tier 2.
Yeah, and even if you've built the tree, there's still reasons to do it because you can make. It's the only time that you can craft fireworks that you can launch off, and you can also make snowball explosives as well. And,
this is early. So I was wondering why this looked different. It's it's early access.
Oh, well, it didn't look that much different to me, but I've spent as much time in early access as not. So, but
yeah, you're a little got a biased data set on this one.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. I've built 2 separate Christmas factories in Satisfactory, both in my early access version.
You do
and then
realize
my
how
1.0
insane that
version.
sentence sounds out of context, right?
Well, it just sounds like I'm one of, it just sounds like I live at the North Pole.
It sounds glorious from a satisfactory standpoint, but
I built
I mean,
Christmas
if
factories. Tis the
you guys want to
season.
see my Christmas factories, I could show you.
so one of the favorite things that they had, at least when by the time they were at full release, is Ada had a bunch of really annoyed voice lines where when you would collect gifts, she was like, "Oh, great, you picked up another one of those. Like, when are you going to be?" She would get so
they did add
angry
that
with you.
1.0.
Yeah.
Made the AI get irritated at you for
She
wasting
was
time
so
at it.
over you dealing with the Fixmas event. Like, she just like could not believe that you were wasting time doing that instead of saving the day.
Yeah, she'd even say like, "You're making puppies cry and die."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, well, grow some Christmas cheer, you stupid AI."
Thank Clanker.
Clankers.
But yeah, no, it was a fun thing, and you could even make candy cane bashers to replace like your main melee weapon. So
Oh yeah, your
instead
Xeno.
of
Yeah,
having
yeah.
the
Fun.
giant bug zapper, you can just beat up all the monsters with a giant candy cane. But yeah, no, Fixmas is it's pretty involved, and everything persists after. The main difference is the presents stop falling,
It doesn't fall anymore. Yeah.
and your Christmas trees no longer generate presents. And so once I get to that point, I make sure that I kind of shut down the factory to not use up all the presents and just fill up everything. So I have storage containers that are full of the fireworks and the snowball explosives and all the end products. But yeah, no, Fixmas it was a pretty cool thing because it was almost like adding like a full-on side quest. That
How long ago did they add this?
oh, they've had it for
It was,
5
yeah,
years
it's
now.
the release. Yeah.
I think
Oh, wow,
this season
okay.
will be the fifth time it's been live. Is it 5? I feel like it's 5.
I mean, this is only like its first full year, I think, in full
Yeah, this
release.
is the first time like someone who's playing it on a console could have participated. But I mean, I've done it. I mean, I've had it. I've done it at least 3, possibly 4 years at this point that I've done it personally. I mean, granted, doing it now is just going through the advent calendar because I've already built the factories.
Yeah, one of the things I realized much later on in the Fixmas event is you actually needed to open a lot of the advent calendar to progress, because there were certain recipes that you didn't have. Because I think were there Fixmas hard drives, or there was something that acted like a hard drive? I feel like.
Yeah, they added it in the in the 1.0 in early access. It's just some of the unlocks required the products like oh, you need this many stars, but it's like I need stars to unlock stars, but I can't make stars until I
Yo,
get
dog.
stars. But they give you just enough in the advent calendar, and they kind of made it such that on this day you got the next item you needed to progress it. So they kind of locked it so you could, the first week you could get a quarter of the way through the tree. The next week you could get up to halfway through the tree. And so they kind of, spaced out the progression through the month of December.
And how long does it go?
It usually goes until like January 6th or January 15th.
I think it went well into January. I can't remember if there was what the cutoff was.
It says on like the main Steam page what the time frame is, but yeah, they give you some time in January to finish up.
Okay, similar to World of Warcraft in that regard, then, that was sort of my first like Christmas event I got involved in, so So they have a like WoW does this a lot, where there's the in-world holiday that is suspiciously similar to your own, called Winter Veil. And there's a Father Winter Veil and all this other stuff. The thing I mostly remember it for is my old roommate Tyler would play WoW back in the day. Gets a little involved. Basically, the expansion was Burning Crusade, and for reasons, basically you could ally yourself with one of two factions in the city. Well, he was part of faction B, but faction A had the better Hearthstone point. So before he chose a faction, he went to the Hearthstone point for the other faction, got it there, and then left. And then joined the other faction. He would just, every time he hearthed there, he would have to sort of Metal Gear Solid his way out of the enemy base, because he just wanted to be in their Hearthstone, which normally was fine because there weren't normally guards around where the inn was. Well, during the Christmas event, there were, because during the Christmas event, holiday revelers would be everywhere. And they're just NPCs dressed in Christmas clothes. And so he steps out and one of them starts smacking him. Well, he's at max level and this thing's level 1. And he turns and he just smacks it. And apparently, because normally these things cannot be attacked whatsoever, because, they're just some neutral NPC. The only reason that it worked is because in order to make this work on this plateau, they had to ally it with the enemy thing. Apparently, when you murder these things, they explode into like flakes into snowflakes. And so he's doing there, and there was just some random Tauren just standing there watching this, and when he murdered it, they did the /gasp emote, which is hilarious on the old Tauren thing, because the Tauren got shortchanged the polygons in the original version of the game, so they were like Muppets in terms of how their jaws moved. And it just goes, it was just hilarious to watch this person overreact to random exploding reveler, which the fact that they bothered to give them their own death animation when you can't normally attack them is just hilarious. But yeah, they had all sorts of events where you give presents and you have to go stop their version of the Grinch. And I don't remember everything. I just remember there were events, and if you got all the achievements related to the events, you could get some sort of reindeer mount. And that's what it was really about. Because you got to get the mount. Am I the only one here?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I just didn't play well. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but I got confused on this one. I got this confused with the summer event, ironically, because you're defeating some sort of frost elemental for that. But the Grinch was, I can't even remember what they called it, but it was some sort of Yeti thing, which are a thing in the WoW world, apparently. It gets very convoluted. And there's apparently lore to it, because this other video has 12 minutes of the Feast of Winter Veil lore. Which I'm like, oh man, I never did that. I just sort of, killed things. That's the real reason for the season, if I remember correctly.
Sounds about right.
I know there were also stuff for like Heroes of the Storm. But I think we were just skins and stuff. I don't remember anything more than that.
An event? Yeah, I don't know if they had one.
But I missed that game. I wish it would have taken off, because of all the MOBAs, it was the only one that I could get into. But I don't know. There was that. There was definitely something like Blizzard got. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Blizzard really did a lot of holiday themed events around their games. Wait, did they? I swear they put like Christmas hats on SCVs or something in StarCraft. Now I gotta go see if I'm making this up.
Probably
SCV
some
Christmas.
point in time.
You
but
maybe Shazam that one.
I might.
I don't recall any full-on events they did. I know they did some weird stuff with like April Fools,
That I might be getting
but
the wrong holiday.
I don't think they ever did. uh, I don't think they ever did Christmas in space outside of. There is the
Okay, it looks like they were mods.
uh,
Okay, that's what it was.
yeah, there are definitely mods. There was also a 12 Days of StarCraft. Back in the day, I feel like they had
Yes.
like
And a
official UMS
Terran
maps.
SCV.
Yeah.
I
Let me
forgot
let me
Oh
about
see if
my
I
the
can
12
find
days
gosh!
of
it.
Memories
StarCraft.
unlocked. Memories
On
unlocked.
Yes.
USCV, yeah, 12 Days of
Oh, I think I've heard
StarCraft.
this. Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me find it.
I swear it was.
Was that
I
just a fan made thing, or was that
yeah, yeah, it
official?
It
was.
has to have been a fan thing.
I
Yeah.
swear it was a You're the Man Now dog
I put it
thing.
in the playlist.
Let's
Really?
see.
That
I
it was for
Looks
G
like it was just
then?
the.
I
Oh wait,
s-
looks like that's not the official. That's just a.
It looks like OG StarCraft. Yeah.
yeah, which is apparently making a comeback in the competitive scene.
OG StarCraft.
Yeah, well, Brood War, but
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
yeah, and that's still one
But
of
yeah,
the
no, they had a
things.
full like UMS map, which was a capture the flag that they would just spawn you in with this many units and just free for all go at it. So it started out everyone just has an SCV and you're just trying to, get the flag back to your base, and then you're starting to get wraiths and marines and then queens and all sorts of stuff. And
Sorry, you said STV. I thought you were saying SCP.
I
Different
mean, I don't
thing.
know what sort of Christmas SCPs exist, but I'm sure that there are
Oh,
some.
there's some messed up ones, man. There are some messed up ones. No, I no, I was just laughing because I was just so the fact that the Brood War competitive community is coming back, and what's hilarious is there's like win rate charts, and you can see the win rates for the various races go up and down with time, and it's like, wait, this game hasn't been patched since like 2004 or something. How are the win
Oh
rates
yeah,
going up and down? It's just the players
just
themselves.
as people play, as people figure stuff out, and as things get, yeah.
They've just been adapting, and
Mhm.
it's kind of wacky.
StarCraft GPT.
Well, because it is sort of interesting that people just naturally will figure a way out of any problems.
Mhm.
And it makes you wonder about game balance and other things. Where it's like, do you really need to, or is that just
It's like I could talk about this all day, but I don't want to distract from it being a Christmas episode, but
eh, conversation goes where the conversation goes.
fair enough. It is that very interesting thing of like balance by accident almost, of like we put into the game everything we thought would be cool and then molded it into a rough form of balance and then just let people deal with it. And when there was no, and while people do say and will continue to say that there are various things that are fundamentally imbalanced about Brood War, it still manages to be overall a balanced game at pro levels because of a variety of techniques, because of the difficulty in doing some of the, like some things are balanced around well, yeah, in theory, you could like, Mutalisk can micro around everything, but it's balanced around the fact that that's going to take hundreds of APM just on that to do it perfectly. And
Yeah.
so these balanced by accident, balanced by theoretical things, created by what would be cool first and then balancing it later instead of trying to come to the table with something that's very balanced and then constantly try to just shift it up and make it interesting. But it's like people aren't finding it interesting anymore when it's just like you balance it such that everything feels the same.
Yeah, that's the Alpha Centauri perspective. Make everyone unbalanced.
Oh yeah, and if everything can just cause chaos and destruction, then they'll balance each other out.
Yeah. Well, and that the
Everyone
interesting.
is super, then no one is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I guess to kind of change the topic a little bit, I find it interesting you had Arkham Origins, but
Yes.
you left out Arkham City.
Arkham City doesn't happen during Christmas.
Oh, but what about Calendar Man? Did you know that if you
Yes,
go and talk
yes.
to him on
About
different
second
holidays,
Christmas.
Yes.
he has a Christmas line?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you left that one out.
Well, I wasn't gonna because we don't have the sound on the stream, so it wouldn't really.
That's true, but that's,
yeah,
I
no,
mean, that's Arkham.
no.
So Arkham City had an event, a Christmas event,
Kind
very
of.
small one, but it had. It.
And what they mean is, change the internal clock. What was interesting was there was a hidden one that people didn't know about, and then people finally figured it out by just kind of changing the clock one day at a time until they landed on it. And he talked cryptically about, my earlier works were a bit, crude, but I was improving. And then people figured out it was the day of Rocksteady's founding. And it was just one of
it was, yeah.
And it was just like, okay, clever little Easter egg. But yeah, Calendar Man living up to being creepy. It's also just an example of those Arkham games where they just throw in little things that they didn't need to put Calendar Man in the basement of the courthouse because he doesn't do anything. He's literally just there for just the creep factor of listening to him. But they took the time, and it's definitely memorable. I don't know. It's the type of thing that in a lot of modern AAA, they wouldn't take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, but what is this actually adding to the game? And the answer of spice isn't exactly going to help the bottom line.
I don't know. I, for one, enjoyed the Santa hats and Death Stranding.
What?
In Death Stranding,
I never played
Konami production or the Kojima production scheme.
I never played it either.
Is that
I'm
the
a bit
one
of an
where
evangelist, but I'll try and hold off.
I saw you play
Death
it.
Stranding was
plenty.
the delivery game.
It was
That's
the
right.
Social
Simulator.
store hiking, walking, delivery simulator.
Yes, and it was zen. It is absolute zen. And anyway, it's a clock time thing, but like around Christmas, they will put Christmas hats on all of your characters that you interact with through a hologram. Like you don't meet a lot of them in Meet Space, but so in the hologram, I almost want to say they even add one to the Conan O'Brien one. Yes, Conan O'Brien is in Death Stranding.
Okay, that was my next question.
Death
Mr.
Stranding
Reedus.
is
I buried the lead a bit, but yes.
Creepy baby.
Death Stranding is one of the games of all time.
It's a Stranding type game.
Kojima's the only one I know who actually uses that to describe it. if I'm honest.
But, I use it too because I get it. I get his vibe, and it's a vibe, and it doesn't vibe with everyone, but when it does, it just hits. It was also a really good COVID game because it kind of plays with themes of isolation and such.
It's
It definitely, yeah, from what I've seen, isolation makes sense.
it's the most Kojima
And also-
of Kojima games.
Also, it's
Yes,
like a
absolutely.
backpack packing physics, gravity, try not to drop it simulator as well.
It's more like keep your balance and
Yeah,
lest
balance.
your backpack, spill its contents. But yes,
Don't drop the baby simulator.
the baby doesn't get dropped. The baby's pretty firmly attached to you. But yes,
Well, just in general, this holiday season, make sure you don't drop
Yes.
your baby.
I would like to see the baby.
Good news. Good advice.
Yeah, like I'm not a parent, but I think this is good solid parenting advice myself.
Yeah, that's pretty universal.
Support the head. That's the other one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is this baby okay to shake? The answer is no. I'm really hitting on all cylinders, I think.
Is he just falling asleep there?
Yes, you can take naps. Cover your stamina that way, but be careful not to do it in the cold because you will die.
I was gonna say it looks pretty cold and uncomfortable.
That's
No, he's
also
not
good
in the
advice
snow.
for
If you're
real
in the
life. I just don't know how I feel about games where you take naps. Like on one hand,
What about
like
Mario 64?
yeah,
It's
that's not a
been-
mechanic. That's a thing that happens if you just walk away.
What about rested XP?
In Mario 64, you don't
can
take
recover
a nap,
stamina.
the nap takes you.
The game
Mario
tells you to turn it off and take a break.
Oh, he almost drove his truck off there. Interesting.
What?
I've heard that once you start being able to build roads, it trivializes the game.
It does, but the road building does require an appreciable amount of resource gathering that you have to schlep in on foot. So, but once you do have that, yeah, the roads make it pretty silly. You just follow the road. The roads charge you. They'll charge your vehicles or all your little gadgets as you go. It's really nice. I, for one, enjoy building zipline networks.
I mean, now that you say
Well-
that, I would enjoy that as well.
It
Well,
is the best.
Okay, well that I will say that's one of my favorite changes of the later versions of Satisfactory, having the
The big power platforms of the zip
big
line.
power
Yes.
platforms to zipline. Yeah, my 1.0 map looks very different than my other. Like, I didn't even mess that much with hypertubes. It's just yeah,
That-
ziplines
but-
everywhere.
The power infrastructure is way simpler than building hypertubes, man.
I will
Oh,
say, in general, almost any game can be improved with the use of zip lines.
Yeah, ziplines are pretty awesome.
Pretty useless on Mark 1 poles, but the big poles, yes.
Yeah, the big poles and pair it with a parachute.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Movement for days. That's
Movement
what
for days.
That's why my kids made a zipline clay figurine for me for Father's Day, because that was to them like that was the thing that I liked the most was zipline. I'm like, you're not wrong.
I mean,
Nice.
in general, that's pretty awesome. Maybe it's this controversial stance. I'm very pro zipline. We keep trying to get Dylan to build one to our backyard, and he just says no. Something about don't build things over a highway or something.
Yeah, you learn who your real friends are.
It's true. Although,
Hmm.
it'd be hilarious
Not
once.
an event, but actually, no, we might have talked about this last year.
What?
Secret of Mana has Santa Claus in it.
It does?
That's not an
really
event. That's just a character.
That's just part of the game.
Hey, I talked about Arkham
So I'm
Origins.
just trying to think of anything else.
I don't remember that
But no, I
detail.
think we did.
I mean, Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, I thought
King
I
of
put that on
events.
here.
Animal Crossing.
I thought I put that on here.
And then FF14 has their thing each year.
Yeah, the Starlight Celebration or whatever it is.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
What do they do?
I'm trying to
Usually there's an event that they have. It starts in like the amphitheater in the forest town Gridania. And there's like a character. I'm trying to remember what the character's name is, that shows up and sends you on a bunch of quests, and you usually get cosmetic items out of it. And
What is happening?
And it's like unclear if it's like an avatar of one of the 12 divines or something, Father Nimian or something like that.
right.
Whatever his name was. Where it's like it's unclear if it's just a person or if it's like an avatar of one of the 12 divines or what have you.
Yeah, they have fun with holidays in
Yeah.
FF14. Like they've got lore behind them and all sorts of
Mhm.
stuff.
And
But
oftentimes they'll do last couple of years, something that they've done in the Starlight Celebration is like after you finish, you'll have an opportunity to get like read little letters from like all the different characters, and they'll be like, here's what got me through this year, sending you well wishes, whatever, from in game, but also like it can be kind of emotional for the
like,
characters you have
yeah.
attachment to be like, oh, I miss you, I hope you're doing well.
Well, and like
type
I remember
thing.
the first time I remember them doing that, they're not like they're postcards that you help collect and bring in, but
Mhm.
they're not signed, and so they're just sort of references to things that happened, and you're like, wait a minute, I know what they're talking about here, and it was a cool little subtle reference.
Yeah.
No, they've got some fun holiday stuff.
Mhm.
Sometimes the holiday stuff is like, nothing, but like sometimes it's like they'll give you like mounts or stuff and really cool outfits. And
the best in slot mount for idling is still the snowman.
I don't remember what the snowman is.
So there's a snowman from like 2020 or 2021 Christmas event where it's not like you're riding a snowman, it's that you are inside the snowman. And so like when you're moving, you're like lifting up the head and just like jumping around, but then when you stop, you just like drop down the head, and so it's just you are a snowman.
I don't remember that. I don't remember even seeing that. That's kind of when I was playing. Huh.
One sec, let me
See, the one I keep thinking of is the polar bear, but that was a July, like it was a summer event.
Yeah. So they have everything from prior. They do the thing where it's like if you like they have everything from prior holiday events on their Mog station to purchase, but players who played during the time get it for free.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just go there and just look at like it's a snowman, and then the third picture as you're moving, it's like, oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they have the thing where like all the mounts are scaled to the size of the character. So it's like, okay, you can have like a little snowman family of like you have like some giant Frothgars or whatever, and then some little Lalafels just hanging around being snowmen.
That is one of the better advantages that you get with these live service games is you can make it feel lived in.
Right.
Small things like changing of seasons, and there's these events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like
not
it.
just like a one big long single player RPG where it's like, okay, according to the calendar, this happens on this day, but that's the in-game calendar. That's not necessarily anything in real life. Whereas, yeah, for like MMOs and live service, you can have it be, well, that calendar is real life.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing that's interesting. Like with FF14, they actually progress the story each year.
Hmm.
Like, how does it? Like this might be kind of a weird question, but like, how does it actually work with progressing the story though? Like
Well, I
with
mean, it
events
progresses
like
the
this.
story of like, it's the event story.
Okay.
And so each year there's just an addition. And like, I mean, you'll basically, if you haven't been there every year, you're not getting everything, but there's usually like a little, they'll give you context clues for what's been going on and stuff like that. But it's just like, something happens one year and then like the next year they'll make reference to it. But if your character hasn't done those quests, they'll present it as if it's new. But if your character's done the previous year's quests, it'll be like, hey, remember me? I did this. Da, 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 da. And it's just, if you've triggered that flag, it tweaks the dialogue a bit.
Hmm. Yeah, so if you haven't done anything, they'll do maybe more of an introduction, or they'll give you like a "Hey, I'm not sure who you are" type thing.
Mhm.
But
But
if
like
you
it's the
have, then
same.
it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
But yeah, like each year is new quests, and if you have done previous years or not, you'll get the same quest as people who have, but your dialogue will be just a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then is it a thing where you like, is it the same event each year? Like you can go back and
Mhm.
do it?
I mean, different
It
quests,
depends.
but it's typically based around the same thing. But the quests are different. Like things, it'll be presented in a different way.
Hmm.
But it's like this is the Christmas event for this year, and this is what happens. And
Okay.
Yeah.
it's amusing. There were a couple times where the event was delayed, but yeah, it was, and so it didn't quite happen at the right time, but there were references into it, and so they have fun
Okay.
with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pro
Yeah,
there being fun stuff to do.
my favorite event each year though is the anniversary event.
Hmm.
It gets very sentimental and just fun stuff with it, and it's interesting to see how they progress it each year.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, any other Christmas events? I feel like we got the crux of the ones at least we've done. There's not like some like significant Pokemon event that Lizzie's gonna scream at us if we don't cover, is there?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay.
I did in the in the 90s, like when custom themes were available for Windows. I remember there were a lot of like silly little like games. There was like a missile defense with Santa Claus that I played, but I tried finding it. It's like such an obscure random little thing.
Okay,
Maybe it was only available from USA or something. I don't know.
actually, now that you mention it, Google has the Santa tracker that's only
Yeah,
available to play during the Christmas season, and my kids.
Sure. I guess you can count that. But this was like a different thing. It was an
Doesn't
actual
NORAD
game.
do that even?
The Santa tracker is NORAD, but Google
Well,
has its own thing, I think.
Oh, I
They
assumed it
have
was
a
using the
bunch of
NORAD
different
tracker.
like mini games you can select and play from that, but yeah, the kids like to do that.
Yeah, I remember like little shareware games like Elf Bowling and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was kind of along that vein.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
there was like a
totally
little
along
puzzle.
that
There were like a couple of puzzle games that were kind of like
Elf
that too.
Bowling?
But
Elf
yeah.
Bowling.
Okay,
Vaguely
we
remember.
that's a good.
It was a very 90s thing.
Yeah, I vaguely remember
Almost
random
forgotten
little
about it until you
card
mentioned it.
Games like that, but
There's been a
I
few of
could
those
never
today.
remember if they were like
But they were like the shareware games that I'm sure had all sorts of spyware and like
Yeah.
malware on them.
No, it's, they didn't do that stuff back then. It was all good, right?
Not as much, but yeah, it could happen.
Nah, shareware would never betray me like that.
That was the era of, instead of doing like spyware and ransomware, it was just like the full-on computer like deleting viruses.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're not trying to take over your computer. They're just trying to
Yeah, what would they do with it, right? Yeah, they just wanted to cause you harm.
And giggle. Back when trolls were trolls. Did it for the love of the game.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah,
This
good
gun
old
just
days.
lost its flavor. That one was for
My
you.
dad would be
Thank
able
you.
to remember all the names of these various things going around. It was like the I love you virus or something that was like
Oh, yeah.
something like that, where it's just like, oh yeah, and you get this one, and then it like erases your hard. So many of them are just like, and it erases your hard drive, or it crashes your motherboard, or
Computer over.
something. Yeah, virus equal very yes.
Or yes.
Computer
That's-
over.
There we go.
It's not a good
we had
prize.
some good geriatric millennial jokes here.
Yeah.
Does it turn your head into a broken JPEG?
Because if it does, you have no choice.
My mouth was a broken JPEG.
It feels
Mouth,
like
not head. That's right.
I didn't realize that as the world got more and more computerized, the idea of like this collective consciousness understanding of what a computer virus is would decrease. Yet here we are.
Yeah, so many times I hear I got hacked. I'm like, no, you got your Facebook account duplicated. It's not hacked. It's
Like-
goodness.
or even it's like, I got hacked. No, you left your thing logged in and open,
And someone jumped in and
posted
used
something
yeah,
dumb
goodness
on
sakes.
your account.
yeah.
You left yourself logged in a public library. That's not getting hacked. That's
You didn't get hacked. You're just an idiot.
The wings.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I was hacked.
Mhm.
That's how that works.
Yeah. Can't take any sort of responsibility onto yourself.
No. Well, but it's also that whole thing of because you don't know what a computer is, it's simultaneously stupid and it's also magic.
Yeah.
That's like not my ones who live here, but my previous grandparents. That was kind of how my grandfather viewed computers, where
We made rocks smart and we made them talk to each other.
yeah. Well, and he was just sort of
And to us.
he hated
That's
he
actually
hated
incredibly accurate description.
no, he hated computers, and we wanted to get my grandmother an iPad because she they're getting up there in age, and she liked puzzles and stuff. They're puzzle apps, and my other grandparents liked it. We got it for her, and he kind of freaked out over it, and because he was just sort of like it's gonna they're gonna get into our bank account with this. It's like, no, grandpa, that's not this. Okay, maybe don't just sit and watch the news, because I don't think you fully comprehend what's happening.
They're going to steal your air conditioning.
They might. Well, with him, he would definitely worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
He would go through at night, turn off the air conditioning and shut windows, because he's like, it's cold in here. We're like, Grandpa, your circulation is gone. We need this. We are dying in this house with no. Please, we need something. But he was just always cold, so he was doing everything to get all the heat in the house.
See, some people, when they say their grandpa's cold, there's an emotional story behind it. Yours is just the AC is off.
Yeah, he just literally, it was cold.
Just is cold.
What do you want from me? A poem? But no. Anyway,
Yes.
that I think made for a good episode. All right, let's move along. Mithril, would you like to promote yourself?
Sure. Haven't uploaded in a little bit, but youtube.com/mithril I do game design, mostly centered around Fire Emblem stuff. I'm currently replaying through some older games to talk about them more. Currently, there's been a lot of things on a particular Fire Emblem game that's had a lot of like remake or rebalance hacks, and I'm trying to play the original and be like, why is this the most like remade Fire Emblem game? And so look forward to that at some point in the future.
Which one?
Fire Emblem 6.
Which is
Roy's game, Binding
Okay.
Blade.
Binding Blade,
Got it.
yeah.
Never got the last one. Technically not. The last one, the first GBA one, the last one to ever not get an official like translation, whatever, outside of one of them in the middle. That was weird, but yeah, so many different people keep making it and remaking it, and being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna tweak the numbers here," and then it carries into like the Project. It's a Project M type situation where they're like, "I'm just gonna make it play a little bit like the other game that I like more," and then over time, feature creep goes and just they turn it into something completely different. And every single time, there are so many different ones of these hacks that do that same sort of thing, and I'm just like, why is it this game that everyone wants to change and remake and all of that?
So are they remaking it, or are they like ROM hacks, or is it?
It's ROM hacks primarily. But they are able to take the base files and then edit them and adjust them to make this. But I find it very interesting, and so that's the question that I'm going to try to explore and hopefully make a video on soonish.
Cool.
Perfect. All right. Bagginses.
I will talk about. I'll promote Grinding Gear right now. They're continuing their playthrough of all the classic Final Fantasy games, and they're on my very favorite one right now. They're about 3/4 of the way through FF4. Just about to go to the sealed cave, I believe, and definitely check that out because it's two guys. They've actually set it up so that both of their controllers input to the same thing, and they trade off who plays which character.
Interesting.
So it's just a way that they do it. It's kind of amusing to watch.
That's
Which
right.
version of 4 are they playing?
FF4 didn't have that feature, just FF6, right?
FF6 did, yep.
Yeah, that was built into FF6.
But they've been doing that for all 4 of the games. Like they'll each choose a character, and so they'll each sort of have their characters that they're in charge of, and it's an interesting way of doing it. Also, I finally beat Dragon Warrior for the very first time.
Nice.
And have moved on.
The first one?
The very first one.
Nice.
It is a grind and a half.
Oh, there's only 20 levels.
There's 30 levels. You only need about 20 to be able to face the boss. I got up to 21, but it's a long grind. And
Unless you're a speedrunner and can force the sleep RNG manipulate to force the boss to sleep every time.
Yeah, well. And so now I have moved on to Silksong.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Not streaming or anything. That's just my personal play.
I don't know. I loved good old Dragon Quest as a little wee lad.
I played Dragon Warrior, not Dragon Quest.
Well, same here.
All right. Whoa, excuse me. Let's see. How about the Petrivka pirate?
Nothing, no content to promote, but everyone should play Clair Obscura at some point. It's just really that good.
It really is.
It's not like it's been nominated for
Watch,
everything.
and tomorrow
top
it's
of my
going to
list.
win all the awards.
Reason for it.
There's absolutely a reason.
All right.
It's top of my wish list on everything.
Ludasar.
I bought it 5 times.
Well, I'll first promote Lizzie's stream, Lizzie Petrichor on Twitch, because if I don't, you guys will mock me for it.
It's true. 100%. You understand the game.
100%.
Wait,
Yep.
so you're not doing it because you love your wife?
Well, that,
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
great.
Oh no,
Dude,
you
I'm-
activated Baggage Trap card.
I know. I get the mocking even regardless. How about that?
You told us your reason, and
Yeah. I mean, yes, I set myself up for that one, which is fine. But beyond that, I started playing Metaphor ReFantasio, and it is fantastic.
Oh, that's my next one. I need to get that.
Great things about that too.
Oh goodness! I mean, if you like, it's Persona in a fantasy world, in a medieval fantasy world with magic.
That's
Great.
more for me.
That's yeah. I mean, yeah. It's great. I mean, it's the same. It's made by the Persona people, and it's very clear, and it shows. But yeah, it's fun, and it's kind of nice to play a Persona game in a fantasy setting instead of contemporary setting.
All right. And then you always can find me on twitch.tv/splicestream, although, come next week, I'll be gone for a while because, there's this thing called Christmas that's happening. And I'll be going home for Christmas, and that's going to be fun. I'm
we're not going to do a Christmas Eve episode?
No, we will not be doing a Christmas Eve or... New
Year's Eve episode?
Yeah, we're gonna avoid these things. I am actually thinking of starting to do some clearing out of the backlog style streaming. Not clearing out the backlog, more I've really gotten back into FTL, and I'm slowly but surely trying to beat every ship on hard. It's
FTL has been in the backlog. You've beaten that plenty of times.
Yeah, but every ship that is pretty hard. I haven't done that.
Hard, especially with every ship, is
every ship
a
is
challenge.
It's a kind of an RNG thing
I'm
honestly.
struggling. Well, so that's the thing that's interesting. I found out there's the pro level of FTL, which there's a thing. They have a challenge they call the cycle. What is the cycle, you ask? They do something that rolls a random ship, and you have to beat the game on hard with that ship. And the idea is the cycle is you go through and you beat the game every single time with a different ship each time until you've completed the cycle. And the guy who is going over this list, he's like, you may notice there's 2 of them here that have stars next to them. And it's like these 2 have completed the cycle without pausing.
Oh.
Yeah. So we say it's RNG. They have figured out techniques and strategies.
Well, if you pause, you can micro it. Yeah.
But they have figured out but there's some people who don't need to pause.
FTL is an old enough game that people have just absolutely memorized and dominated it.
Yeah, and
gosh, it's over 10 years old, isn't it? Oh,
yeah,
man.
That's crazy. That feels wrong.
No, FTL is just one that I just always end up coming back to. So I don't know. I think I might start streaming it again because it's just a ton of fun.
I haven't played FTL since I was in college, since early college. My goodness, it's been too long. I need to play FTL
Most of my
again.
FTL sessions I played at work on my lunch break.
We don't need to worry about that. But no, I keep coming. That's a deep dive.
He doesn't work in there anymore.
Yeah, we need to do a deep dive on FTL.
Yep. Well, guys, this has been fun. Merry Christmas. I think we snow over leveled.